So I know everybody could not come. So still then, at least those who could make it, I appreciate that your enthusiasm to see us together here in this forecourt, the historical building. So today what we are going to do is that first I welcome you all on behalf of our president, on behalf of our government, on behalf of all the what is called working in the president's office. To each and every one that you have taken out a time. It's a special day, notice day out in Rashtrapati Bhawan. I thank God for that. 1, 2, yeah, please come. Number 2, we will now divide ourselves into 4 groups. Because I have a 4 guide with me, 4 beautiful ladies with me, who knows all will be telling about the historical, what is called, of this Rashtrapati Bhavan for Darbar Hall, these, that, so on and so forth. So we'll divide into 4 groups, and each group will follow, we'll divide a group here itself, and you'll enter separately. Before we enter into the Rashtrapati Bhavan, inside the building, I would, this is another Jaipur column, very, very historical column by the Jaipur ruler. So I think there also we can have one photograph. For photography, I want to tell you, please, for inside is not allowed. Okay? You switch it off, but here you can take the photograph wherever you want. Here is allowed. But do not go inside the room. Everybody is under CCTV and police and everybody are there.
Right, sir.
I don't want anybody to get tick off. So it has been given to us, our secretary, and I've told them, maximum of our boys and girls from Notice are coming here. All they welcome you, and they've asked me to welcome you on behalf of our president, on behalf of our staff here in the
Thank you.
Thank you.
1. Before you go inside, 3 young ladies, we must pay homage to our Notice freedom fighter. Their photo is being hanged in the gallery in my office.
Okay.
Take a round. I think we should just pay homage. See my office, walk out. उसके बाद में उनको अंदर ले जाना. Then you take them inside the जहाँ से जो जाते हैं उसका पूरा लेके जाना. And I request, do not eat inside anything.
Okay.
And even if you are carrying something or other, just switch off your mobile. Okay. For God's sake, please do not take photograph inside because
Right,
you will under a CCTV watch and you will be again unnecessarily pull up for no reason. Yes. So with these few words, I think I would welcome you. And first, keep it to yourself, but no mobile, no camera. That is what I want. And after visiting, group-wise, you will come out, and I have a small tea arrangement in my office for all of you. We did one, and you will have a tea. Then you can go out from here, back again from here, go back with a good memory. Okay?
Definitely. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, God bless you.
Thank you, sir.
Now, before having said that, the most scholar, she knows everything. She is one of the most sought after guide of our Rashtrapati Bhavan for so many years. So she will tell you briefly about what is this Rashtrapati Bhavan. Yes.
So welcome you all. My name is Rosie Gupta. I suppose I am audible to all of you.
Yes, ma'am. Yes.
So right now we are in the forecourt of President House, a very important part. जहाँ आप खड़े हैं, यहीं पर कई नेता, राजनेता खड़े. See over here, many important politicians, many important leaders of our country had gathered in the historical place which is known as the forecourt of President House. So I'll tell you about the history, how this place was conceptualized, who were the people behind this important place. So this is a forecourt area, and our President House, the first thing I'll tell you is one of the 5 biggest presidential palaces in the whole world. It is spread in a huge area of about 340 acres or 130 hectares. This building has got 340 rooms inside, and it is in 4 floors.
Okay.
So out of 340 rooms, there are 63 living rooms here. There are 35 lobbies and loggias. There are 37 fountains here, including roof fountains. You can see the roof fountains. So this building is important as the architecture of this place is very different. So you will see roof fountains as well here. And there are 227 pillars. If you count, the number of pillars amounts to around 227. And its corridors, if you join all the corridors, the length is 2.5 kilometers. And this place is so huge that you require at least 2 hours to see the whole building. And the covered area itself amounts to 2 lakh square feet. Now, about the history part of this building. our President House is a building which was built by the British, and its name was Viceroy House or Government House. So how this place was conceptualized? So let's go into the period of 1911, when the King of Britain, George V, was invited to Delhi. The king was here in Delhi. Earlier, Kolkata used to be the capital of British India. So a very strategic decision taken by the British. Right there, George V had laid the foundation stone of new capital, New Delhi. And the day was 15th December 1911. So after that, Britishers had formed a town planning committee, and they went surveying various areas of Delhi as they wanted a place where Britishers may build their capital of New Delhi. Edwin Landseer Lutyens. You all must be aware. Have you been known about Lutyens? See, in Hindi we say Lutyens, but in English it is pronounced as Lutyens. So Edwin Landseer Lutyens and Herbert Baker, these were the two key architects selected by the British government, and they started serving various areas of Delhi. So they went to many places, and ultimately they saw this hilly plateau, Raisina Hills. See, this place was a hilly plateau at that time, and there were some villages located on Raisina Hills. So they thought it would be the perfect place for building Government House on the lower level, North Block. You are seeing these buildings, North Block and South Block. So they were planned, and at a little distance, just behind North Block is Parliament House. And all around, Malcha Marg area was selected for building the other parts of New Delhi. So till date, we know New Delhi as Lutyens' zone, as Lutyens was a chief architect, but he had a partner named Herbert Baker, who was responsible for designing North Block, South Block and Parliament House. So these three buildings, the credit goes to Herbert Baker. So the construction started around 1913. It took 17 years to build the whole New Delhi area along with this house. So around 1929, the whole building was ready. But still it took 2 more years to make it fully operational. So the day was 10th February 1931 when the formal inauguration of New Delhi capital took place right here. In a ceremonial procession, Lord Irwin, who was the Viceroy of India at that time, he entered from the Grill Jali entrance, and the Governor General bodyguards, they were waiting. So in a huge ceremonial procession, Lord Irwin finally entered this place. He stepped up from the portico where you all are standing, and he stepped in through this main entrance into Darbar Hall. Thus the capital of New Delhi and this house was inaugurated on 10th February 1931. And Lord Irwin was the first British Viceroy to stay here. After him, 4 other Viceroys have lived here. Their names were Lord Wellington, Lord Linlithgow, Lord Viscount Wavell, and the last one was Lord Mountbatten. Now about the material. Something about the material. What material is used? See, Lutyens had basically used local available stones and bricks. Very little amount of steel or concrete was used here. So this buff color stone is a Dholpur stone, which was used prominently everywhere, which was procured from Dholpur mines. Red sandstone is also widely used here, procured from Alwar and Kota. Inside you will see a lot of marble being used. So 700 million bricks were used, 3 million cubic feet of stone was used, number of workers 23,000 laborers, out of which 3,000 were just stone cutters. And furniture amounted to around 1.15 million, which amounts to around 1.5 crore rupees. You will see a very different type of architecture here. You will see Indian architectural elements combined beautifully, aesthetically with the European styles. You will see the tall Tuscan Roman style pillars, but they are adorned with a temple bell design. So they are known as a Delhi order. Inside you will see the pillars are adorned with a bell design. So bell idea came to Lutyens from Modbidri, Karnataka Jain temples. And one thing I like to mention, just look at your back. You can see the sculpture of a bull. So this is a masterpiece. This sculpture is known as Rampurva bull. It is more than 2,300 years old from the Ashokan period, 3rd century BC. So it was our first Prime Minister Pandit Nehru who had specially written a letter to our Secretariat, President's Secretariat. He wanted the bull forever to be placed here. So it was at the insistence of Nehru ji that the bull was placed forever in the main portico. So the portico is there. As you step up through the 31 steps, you enter through this main east-facing entrance inside Darbar Hall. And the dome is also a unique design. From here, you will be able to see the dome. So it is a neoclassical design adopted from Sachi Stupa. You will see chhajjas here. These pink bordered cornices, projections, these are known as chhajja, Mughal device. You can see the pavilions or the chhatris on the rooftop, which were inspired from Rajput and Mughal architecture. You will see the jali pattern, which were again adopted from Diwane Khas and Red Fort. So this building is a suitable example of the secular character of India, where all different religions, they live in harmony. So you can say it is biggest example of Indian Republic, and also about the secular character of India. So I once again welcome you, and we'll show you around.
Okay, now what we'll do is now we'll divide into a group wise. You can take photograph from there, so photographer is ready. We'll divide into how many group will do? 1. Okay, from here, one group, please.
Divide. Come this group. Oh.
Second group, I think from here. Yeah, come. Hey, sir, how are you? Come. Second group.
Manikju, come.
ये इनके साथ चले जाएगा, चलो उनको पहले जाने दीजिए, let them go first. Okay. आप लोग पहले निकल जाइए.
अरे उड़ान पानी ला रहा हूँ. आप यहाँ आ जाइए. बता यार तू.
You can come there. Second group, okay, madam.
50 hours.
Second group इनके साथ.
ये टाटा दिन नहीं एक बार.
बोल सा फोटो लेने.
अरे खबर क्या है भाई? बढ़िया. Okay then.
I can identify you with this stripe and all.
कौन ग्रुप में डिवाइड भाई मामी? Okay, right.